Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on wherever you are watching us from. Welcome to this wonderful podcast. Great news to all lovers of freedom around the globe. Amnesty International has, has received a petition, a petition against the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will repeat that again. Amnesty International have received a petition against the illegal detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and violation of his fundamental human rights. That is, it shows that the Western world are ready to intervene in this crisis, in this issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How can a wicked system, a wicked judicial system, a wicked executive system, a wicked presidential system be keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in incarceration for over 2.5 years? You've not sentenced him. The same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been let off the hook. Justice Binta Bukachua has released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has set him free, but it depends on the federal government to also take part, to also obey the court order. Now, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Nigeria is a zoo, most of us said counter Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't have made such utterances. But now it is plain out that truly Nigeria is a zoo, because it is only a zoo that don't obey the court of law. And now Amnesty International has come out to say that it is not a crime to agitate for freedom. It is not a crime for you to drum for secession. So why are they keeping him in prison? They claim he is the leader of the unknown government in the southeast, but up to today, there's still unrest in the southeast, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. And back to the question that the Igbo leaders, what are they doing? What are the Igbo leaders doing for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Today, we heard that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some Igbo leaders met the president, and that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. When would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released? All those things are just audio stories and then audio propaganda. The people still keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention today as the Igbo leaders, because these people does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out and take their shine. This set of people does not want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released, so Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be the supreme leader in the southeast. Because as it stands today, the people in that region no longer obey their governors, because the same governors failed to protect them, failed to speak up for them, while Fulani were invading the southeastern regions. How many governors spoke up when Fulani was invading those southeast regions? It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who stood in their defense, who fought against the Fulani invasion and the Fulani oppression in the southeastern region part of the country. And that is why the people has chosen that path, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would always remain their supreme leader. I was not surprised that those who orchestrated the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are going down one after the other. What has happened to Senator Ifeanyi that volunteered his own private helicopter that was being used to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Nairobi, Kenya? Now what is his end? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still waxing stronger, and you know what that means? That if Nigeria does not obey fundamental human rights and the rule of law. There are some privilege that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu enjoys from the World Bank and from the IMF. So Amnesty International has threatened that those privileges would would be would be seized for the federal government going abroad to borrow loan. These are the areas that the Amnesty International has come out to say that they will look into it if you cannot obey the rule of law in your country. So if the Amnesty International can do this for the people, we will be so happy, because Nigeria, as it stands now, is a country that there is no rule of law. Everybody is being gagged. I will say that again. Everybody is being gagged for them to express their free wills because of the what? Oppressors. Just few individuals have that effrontery to come out and express themselves on the illegality and the infringement of fundamental human rights in Nigeria. Just of recent, Dele Farotimi is going through a trial just because he wrote a book against the judicial system in Nigeria, how corrupt the judicial system is. He allegedly said that Afebolala, a son, bribed the Supreme Court. Bribed the Supreme Court. But today, the same system he spoke against has taken him, has charged him to court just because he spoke against the system. The question is, how long can we remain in this quagmire? And that is why the Igbos are saying they are tired of the whole Nigeria. A country where you cannot express yourself, is that a country? It is equivalent as being in a zoo. Just like in the words of Nnamdi Kanu, is Nigeria not a zoo? All what Nnamdi Kanu said about the country some years ago is not playing out. There is no rule of law. A country that does not obey fundamental human rights. A country whereby election is being rigged. A country whereby election is being sold to the highest bidder. For how long can we remain in this dirty contraption called one Nigeria? And everyone who has come out to say that let's us go our different ways, these people has been targeted. The people have been seen as the enemy of the country, because those in the corridor of power do not want to tamper with one Nigeria, because one Nigeria is really fetching them a whole lot of money at the expense of the taxpayers' money, depriving the people of good governance, of dividends of democracy, and you call this a country. And we say we are in a country where there is rule of law, and the president will travel and meet with world leaders, telling them that there is rule of law in Nigeria. Where is the rule of law in the country? Where is the rule of law? A country that violates the fundamental human rights of our people. If there is anything that the Western world takes so serious, is the fundamental rights of their citizens. They don't joke with it. But yeah, the presidency and the president has gagged every Nigerians. Nigerians are even scared to speak up their mind. despite what is happening in the country. I want to appeal to Amnesty International, whatever it takes for them to release Nnamdi Kanu. Please, Amnesty International should go ahead, even if it warrants to sanction Nigeria on the basis of infringing fundamental human rights. Let them go ahead. Because we cannot have a sane society if those in the corridor of power are not being sanctioned of their evil doings and then of their bad characters. How can someone be in incarceration for 2.5 years and yet you've not sentenced him? And yet you cannot prove if Kanu is guilty or not. Rather, you want to hold him, you are still holding him in detention. And there are rumors that the president wants to might release Nnamdi Kanu either in 2026 so that he can gain political attention from the Southeast. I will say it again. If the president releases Kanu in 2026 or whenever the president releases Nnamdi Kanu, the question is that the Southeast are tired of one Nigeria. They are tired of one Nigeria, a system that has not been favorable to the people of the Southeast, a system that will not work for them. And this is a system that is so fraudulent. The question is agitation a crime? Agitating for referendum is not a crime, and it will never be a crime. In 1994, the current president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, said that he does not believe in one Nigeria when Abacha was still the military head of state of Nigeria. From 1993 till date, then what has changed? What has made President Bola Ahmed Tinubu believe in one Nigeria? Because now he's also in the corridor of power. When the politicians are in corridor of power, they tend to believe in one Nigeria. But when they are outside the corridor of power, where the commonwealth of the people is not being shared, they don't believe in one Nigeria. And for the Southeastern governors, it is a shame on you guys. For your son has been in incarceration for 2.5 years, and nothing is being done to put an end to the illegality of Nnamdi Kanu, of the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, you guys thought Nnamdi Kanu would die in detention. But thank God, Nnamdi Kanu is still waxing stronger in detention. Take it or leave it. When Nnamdi Kanu come out, you all will bury your face in shame, because you guys are still the one keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention. The problem of a man starts in his immediate family. Thank God that Amnesty International have received a petition, and I believe Amnesty International will work on that petition, that anyone that needs to be sanctioned, or anyone that needs to be sanctioned or face the law against the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu should be dealt with and should not be spared. Please, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Thank you for staying tuned. Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian.
Time on NEPA get people that are lobbying for Biafra, and it is a plus. The way Samantha is going international, and it seems he's making this agitation a serious international issue by employing international lobbyists to make sure that Biafra is recognized at the world stage. Let's get a reaction.
Now, thank you for that wonderful question, the anchor of this great platform. First and foremost, I want to say, Samoneka has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojukwu fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Nnamdi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So ECPA is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samoneka should be discredited, the likes of Ohane's and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samoneka should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Samoneka and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Samoneka is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible. And when the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also
to the government, the Nigerian government be worried about people.
Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Samoneka. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? So a particular tribe, a major tribe, to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean, that means the Hausa man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. And eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Yoruba man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we don't know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said, he said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country, and we know it. I know it too. And every normal man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. a Fulani man has a spirit of dominance. For you to dominate him, it will take ages. In terms of population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that so Ojukwu have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this Biafra struggle, and now gradually it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now there are some Igbo men, sorry, some Igbo men are even tired of the system called Nigeria, just because they feel their brother is still in president. Man, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I am very certain of. Agitation. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away from the presidency, already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there is a plot, and then the big shots in the north are forming alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And now nobody can take that factor. What RFI did, or else that made President Tinubu emerge as the president via his own influence. And then we have also the likes of Angulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum. He said post that election that the Northern Order Forum supported Tinubu, but from 2027 Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now if the average left person is not given the vote, now where will they get the vote? It should come by 2027. The same thing the Yorubas have tagged the Igbos for. Now they will be the master mind of it, because I can bet you by 2027 Yoruba will stop. And that's the slogan that will continue the trend, is that we are tired of the country, we want to follow the suit of the Igbo man and exit the country. And then the Igbo man now will not take them, tag them for being unserious, because now that the Igbo man is championing for the exit, we are saying the Igbo man is not serious. There are claims that the Igbo man is not serious, but I can bet you when the system will also catch up with you, then you will know why the Igbo man has been championing to exit. Thank you for always coming.